Drippin' Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 158 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. We've got a packed show full of news. We've had 2 interviews in a row, 2 guests in a row, I guess. 1 interview, kind of. But so we got a lot of news coming up. Welcome to the pod, Panama Slim, making silly faces if you're on the YouTube.
Panama Slim is here.
We'll be hard pressed to get some live viewers tonight because we have switched to Wednesday nights.
Yes.
So until the summer, at least, we're gonna go Wednesday night heavy. It may end up being better for year round, but we'll see how that goes.
That's
Hayes,
largely
how you doing tonight?
because of me, and so appreciate your patience. And Wednesday nights for a little bit due to basketball schedules and things it'll just make things way easier. So thank you for understanding.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
worries,
y'all.
man. Wednesdays are a little better for me as well. So
Okay.
no worries here. But yeah, man. I guess originally we did Tuesdays, or we did Mondays originally, right? Did Mondays?
I don't even remember that.
Because I had to edit and get it out on Wednesday. I think I got it out on Wednesdays so people could hit sneakers on Thursdays, because most drops were happening on Thursdays, but now drops just happen at any moment.
There was one today.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that came today.
Random stuff today.
Man, actually, look, if we're just going to jump inside the box and talk about
Wait a second. First.
Oh, okay.
All is Still Drippin' on the Instagram. Follow all the stuff. This podcast is sponsored by the Still Drippin' Printify pop-up shop. We have new stuff all the time. Dude, this is an old picture already, because you remember this, dude, see if you can update this, because or go to the website. So I got a new-ish for us, I guess, logo this week, at least for merch. And it's kind of like it looks like shoelaces. And I made a couple shirts and already dropped them. I made a pair of shorts, couple shirts.
Goodness
but it looks
gracious.
like the S is when you show it. Bad radio.
Oh, the golf balls are so sick.
Oh, how about that? Golf balls a suitcase?
Hold on, let me.
Well, that's not the live show. That's the preview show. That's the unreleased stuff.
Okay, this is the preview.
Yeah. So that's what you're looking at.
Check these out. Holy moly.
You're welcome.
Those are so dope.
Yeah. I mean, you thought I was a web developer. Go to the suitcase.
Oh, man.
Since we're right there, look at this suitcase. Bro. Barbed wire. All this is unpublished, but the published stuff is dope. You got to find this. Look, at least go to one of these. Go down right here on the right. Okay, see the black shirt? Look at I just went simple because I'm really bad at the simple. Check this logo out. It's got
that a lot.
The shoe, whatever, not
shoelace.
Yeah, it's like a shoelace. So we got some of those out there. I thought that was
nice. I do like that. That's a good logo.
Some shorts. Dude, I'm always trying to mess with stuff. All this unreleased.
Some dynamite shorts.
Shorts. There's a hoodie with a shoelace.
What is this logo?
Oh, look at the back of that one. But look at the back of this shirt. Cobra.
I like Drip Family.
Thanks. Anyway, so there's a sneak preview, but go to the Printify. We did have a couple orders this week.
I think I might get this hoodie. Does it come in navy blue?
It can come
navy
heather.
Ooh! I like the silver on navy. I like that.
Pretty tough, but if that's what you're going for, you should just crosses. It's like a series of crosses. I was like, I can't leave the cross the back blank, so I don't know. It fits. It works.
That's fine.
Anyway,
yeah, man, I'm digging those.
All right, cool. So anyway, a lot of that stuff is on the website. So go anyway. That was all to say. This episode is sponsored by the Still Dripping Printify pop-up shop. Go
Yep.
go support us.
I need to start writing down my merch ideas too, because I had one on the way home
Dear
today,
goodness,
and
please.
I do not remember it for the life of me.
Well, whenever I do
I'll try
that,
to.
if you go back to the preview page, I do the exact same thing, and then I immediately go and I mock it up. That's why you see all those. Like they're crappy. Some of them are really crappy, and some of them are cool. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to forget, so I immediately go mock it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for listening. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here. All right, now go to what you were going to say.
Oh yeah, shoes that came out today. These came out today. Let me pop them up here.
Yep.
Dusted Clay, and I went to go get them because I realized they didn't sell out. Yeah, until I saw that an Air Jordan 1 is $200. These were
When did that happen?
$200. There was some on there that they released like during their little women's Jordan thing. Like, did you see they had like a women's Jordan broadcast? And they were white with like a maroon red. Or I think it was called artisanal red. Those were $180. And so that's still more expensive. Like when we started, like what, 8 years ago, Jordan 1s were $120 or $130, maybe $130.
And then they were $180 for the longest time. It felt
like. They were $160 for a long time.
Dang it, you're right. They're $200.
These are $200, and
they're also women's.
Right. Yeah, they're a women's exclusive, but they had men. I think they had my size available at the time, but I just could not. I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to pay $200 for that.
It was tough. It was really tough
right now. Our size is out already.
Oh, it's out. Okay.
So
I mean,
but
I'm
there's
not too sad
tons of
about
sizes.
It was one of those shoes that I was like, if I had the funds, like this could be a shoe that Haley and I could both rock. Like we could, we could not share, but we could match in these. But yeah,
it's basically
did not feel right about it.
So if you're listening, this is basically the shoe he's talking about. I would describe it as a shattered backboard-esque, just with the aged leather look of the turbo green or the whatever washed. What is it? Washed black.
It's like a bleached shattered backboard almost. It's like
they're
brown
dope.
instead
Don't
of
get me
black.
wrong. They are dope.
I love them. I think they look really nice. But yeah, 200 just seemed outrageously steep for these.
Seems a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, 160. I'm buying, but
yeah, agreed.
So, anyways, that's one of the shoes that came out today. There was some restocks that have been pouring through. I don't think I did a slide on them, but
the ones that I was closest, if you will, relatively to pulling the trigger on was the Shadow Lows. Those were the ones that I said to myself, if I was going to do this, that would be the shoe that I would do.
Okay, well, much to I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to roll their eyes when I.
Were you going to say to would you say the chagrin?
Yeah, that's
to
a good
chagrin.
One.
Yeah.
Yes, I have started designing my Sabrina 1s.
What? A Nike ID?
Nike ID. I figured if I can't find I did find a colorway that I really liked, but they're not sold in my size. So I want to know what you think about the colors are very mismatched. But I did them for a reason. I'll share more in the near future about the total reason. But do you like the gray with the gum bottom?
This is yours?
Yeah, I made these.
I mean, Mason, it's not horrible. What are you doing with the purple on the tongue?
So that's royal blue. So my wife's birthstone color is blue. My son's is yellow.
Okay.
So that's the yellow swoosh, the blue on the tongue. And so yeah, it's more for that. I just wanted to pick a reason why these colors. I think the colors go fine together, but that's a gray on the whole thing. Okay. I think the back half is actually supposed to be white. I don't know, but I really like a gum sole, so I really think that's what I want on a basketball shoe. So that's it
Yeah,
right now.
they're
We're
dope.
we're working on it. I
I'm
think that's
getting.
probably final.
I didn't know the Sabrinas were on here, and I'm gonna go and mess with it right now as we speak. You could do the KD 16s too. Not to spoil, but I didn't see that was one that you could. I just saw that was
KD
one that you can do.
16.
Or what
Yeah,
is the one that? Not the one that we're going to talk about today, but
yeah, that's 16 because 17s just came out. Um, so yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I want them. We'll see if I truly
man, you're going
cave and
all in
buy
if
them.
you're going all in if you're going to ID it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, those aren't
I
cheap.
wear,
Am I
I
wrong?
truly wear them enough. They're 160, so not bad. Something that I'll wear, two to three times a week playing basketball. Um, thought it was good. I also made these, which was Haley got me an Air Jordan 31 low as my wedding gift in these colors.
Yeah.
And so I remade those, kind of the same shoe. That's the
Yeah.
Sabrina as well. But I thought that would be a cool one too, but that's a little harsh on the black. So we'll see what I do. I'm not sure, man. I got a few different colorways going back and forth. Let me ask you this though.
Ask
Do you
it.
like this is boring
Well,
podcasting for most people,
my
but
my thoughts of the Sabrina generally have already been pretty well documented. Keep going.
do you like the black on the back or the white better that I'm showing you here?
I'm gonna say white just because I'm not a huge black shoe guy.
That's how I felt too. So I'm glad you're on the same page. I think the white looks better overall. Anyways, so there's my little update on trying to find the perfect basketball shoe for me. Still got to figure out sizing. I might just order a pair of regular ones so I can return them and then see where it goes from there. We're still waiting on Landon, but
It's all
we're just
good.
gonna dive into the news. I
Dude,
mean,
we're so used to it being me and you. Like, come
yeah,
on. If he shows up,
yeah.
great. No dig at
Well,
Landon. Just
we'll save this for the end in case Landon jumps on, and we'll go straight to the cover photo and talk about the Kevin
wow.
Durant 17.
I mean,
This
my
go for it.
opinion is, I feel like we're at nauseum have said this that the bar right now is really low. Okay, but this is a dope shoe.
Mhm.
What does it look like? It's not the air. Oh shoot! There's a dude that I also work with who, and he wouldn't be a bad podcast guest. But what is it? It's a Nike Air Max that's
The
got.
TN. Here, let
That's it.
me. Yeah,
Show it.
I'm pulling it up.
Is that what you thought when you saw this too?
Like that right there.
That's it.
Yeah.
This has to be some sort of
Air Max
ode.
Plus, Air Max TN. Um,
I mean,
yeah,
it's too close for it not to be a.
it is very
Um,
similar. Yeah.
this has to be a whatever inspired by that model,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You did. This
Yeah,
is
I
a
think
great
that's the
looking
first
shoe,
thing
though.
you think of automatically. If you know anything about sneakers,
Yeah,
that's the first shoe you thought of. But I mean, making a basketball adaptation, I think it's really cool. And it doesn't sway like way off course from the normal KD path that we've been on. I feel
no,
like
I agree.
he's had like the web kind of thing on the side. Um, yeah, I think these look pretty nice. I mean, a tad bit boring, but you kind of don't mind that on on a shoe anymore. I,
Yeah, I like it.
the
I
white
it would
makes it look cheap to me, but
it
that's the
would
only thing I think it's just a colorway thing.
it would look weird if it had a air pocket. I
Hmm.
like the low cut. What throws it off a tad bit is the blue in the middle, in the
Hmm.
midsole. I'm like, why does that? Why
Yeah,
is
it's like
that blue?
a thunder colorway instead of they could have put purple on it, and made it the
Yeah,
suns, but
yeah, that
I don't
would
know.
make more sense if it was purple.
Yeah,
But they're probably like it was probably as simple as purple doesn't sell. Like it was probably something
yeah.
like that simple.
No, you're probably right.
Um, but this is not a bad effort by KD. This is a dope shoe.
I pick up some like Kevin Durant 2 vibes, maybe 2 or 3. No, not 2. So I guess 3 is what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Which
Show a
I think
picture. Can you pull it up?
uh I can. KD3. Let me see what comes up. So this is the Ant Pearl version.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a little bit mid. That's more of a mid, and this is more
Right.
low.
Yeah, which I've heard that the 3 was one of the best models in terms of performance of the KD line.
Okay.
The 4s looked. Everybody loves the 4s with the strap, but the performance wasn't as high as these and like the 6s maybe. So yeah, KD's had high tops, low tops, extremely low tops, like those KD 6s, the Christmas ornament ones. He's been all over the place. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is a win overall for Nike.
This
I
is a
think this is
win.
a good shoe. It's interesting to me how, other than that, maybe the KD4s, but more the KD6s. Like Paul George had like what 4 shoes, and they were everywhere on basketball courts. And KD, I don't feel like has had that same reception. Maybe,
I don't feel like he's ever had that same reception
yeah. Even when
for
he
whatever
like
reason.
before he went to Golden State,
Yeah.
like he didn't have that shoe that sold, and he's a much bigger name than Paul
And
George.
why is that? Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
tough one to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
I
at this
think
point, do you feel like the bouncing around to all the teams and going to the Warriors from that standpoint hurt him? Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like the shoes got better, but like not maybe not as extreme as I'm taking my talents to South Beach, but
Right.
right, it was in some ways it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm trying to get Landon in here, but
Hey,
my screens aren't working.
oh shoot, there's my Sabrinas that I just did while we're talking. Oh, bad radio.
Bad
I'll
radio.
send it to you.
You'll have to send us a pic.
Hey,
Oh,
Lando.
Lando.
What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to recover. There was a travesty that happened in Al Reno last night.
Oh, dude. And KJ Johnson of all people. Were you were there? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Okay.
Sorry, Landon. I don't mean to laugh at your misery. The Vols just won the SEC title tonight, so
I'm so happy for you.
I'm sorry, Land. When I saw that, I immediately thought of you.
Hey,
And
we
of
made it on
all people,
Barstool and
buddy.
ESPN. Woohoo!
Of all people, though, that would have knocked that down, it's almost like destiny. Oh man,
we had some Kanye news to
I
ask
wasn't
him
even
about.
digging. That wasn't
I
even a
know.
diss.
I know. All right, well, we'll keep
All
going.
right.
We got some other signature shoes with a little bit of a twist. Trey Young in the spray paint
Right, I'm
pack.
going to text him.
Yeah, tell him to get back on. We got some Kanye news, and we got some. Oh, he said his phone is dead. Let me see if I can. Sorry, bad podcasting. Hayes, share what you think of the spray paint pack.
Trey Young, number one, is hurt right now. He might not even make the. I don't know if he'll be available for the playoffs. I think he broke his wrist or something like that. This is horrible. I don't love this model, first of all, because it looks like it's been 3D printed, and there's not much good I can say about this spray paint pack. These are not.
I
good
don't know.
shoes.
I think
This
it's
isn't a good shoe. Really?
I think it's a cool twist. I honestly think if you put a swoosh on that top shoe, it's selling out because it looks like a Safari colorway.
Okay.
Like a Nike Safari tells the story of this so much better. And maybe I just don't pay attention to Adidas's storytelling as much. But I feel like with a guy like Trae Young, I mean, he's a character. Like, why aren't we seeing him all over TV from Adidas's perspective? Like, he's a really good player. I mean, a lot of people, I think people hated on him so much that I think he's an underrated player at this point in the NBA.
Wait. Hey, Landon, I was not making fun of you at all. I hope you know that. Like, it was, I wouldn't say I was equally frustrated, but nonetheless, I was like, my heart sunk. No crap. That's all we'll talk about it. But I wasn't making fun of you. It was really weird that it was KJ Johnson. Anyway. Yes, I think it's because he's a guard and doesn't make sense. Maybe it's got to be because he's in Atlanta and they suck, right? That's to be the only reason they're not pushing more Trae Young.
But like Atlanta is a major city. Like they should be pushing Trae Young. I mean, I feel like they're all in on Anthony Edwards, and they should be. But I think they could have done more with Trae Young. That's just
I think
making him a true villain. Like when he did the bowing in New York and stuff, like he was a villain of New York, and Adidas just did nothing with it.
Yep.
And so
they
made it to the conference finals.
And then they made a crappy shoe for him. This is not a great shoe. It looks
not,
like it's 3D printed.
I think these are two of the best ones that. What was the first Trae Young, right? That had the
with the peach
colorway, the peach colorway. Yeah.
That's been the best so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Landon, I've been waiting. This was the first thing that we're going to start out with, but we postponed because you weren't here yet. So let us know about Kanye.
Dude, they got the man in jail. They're doing bad things to him. Profiting off of his name. Not giving him a dime. But you know what? He's out here selling designer merch for $20 a pop. Taking a loss on it for the people. He's a modern day Robin Hood.
Wow.
It's not about the money for him anymore.
Did we already talk about this? Did you get anything off of that site?
No. I got the shirt from the Chicago listening party.
Well, when the pods come in, I will do an unboxing. We'll do it. I bought them.
I hear they're really comfortable. And
I might wear them to work.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The reviews have been interesting.
Okay. Are you ever going to buy a pair of 350s again after all the stuff he said about them?
So I've never bought a pair of 350s.
You haven't?
No.
Wow. That's surprising.
So you thought they were corny before Kanye said it?
I don't like Yeezys. I just appreciate the music.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a hot take.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that he's gone to war with all these people. That's my favorite thing about Kanye is it just doesn't give a crap. Obviously, when you have this much money, you don't care. And I love that somebody out there is willing to do it. Because not enough people have. I think whatever you think. Anyway, this shoe's gross. I mean, it's not great. Doesn't look like a great model. Did you see related to all this? There was it is super interesting that he's, I guess, blacklisted to the point where you can hardly find his new album on iTunes. You have to dig and dig.
They won't put it on the top release or any of that, even though it's hitting charts with it has the streams, but they're not highlighting it at all.
Which is crazy. That's absolutely bananas. That you can't just go on the front page of iTunes and find it. You can't do it.
Have you listened to the album yet?
A couple I've listened to a few songs. Burn, is that the one?
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
The very first wait a second, I'll tell you which ones I liked. Burn was my favorite. It was maybe the last song, King.
King's good.
What was the first song? It's one of the first two songs. Hold up.
Have you listened
Here,
to Carnival yet?
Yeah, I was a pass on Carnival. I didn't like it.
Are you kidding me? That's the number one song in America globally right now.
Keys to My Life.
You
The
didn't like
number one
Carnival?
song in America globally.
What?
Which one
What?
is it?
Yeah, I was take it or leave it on Carnival.
I don't have a response to that.
I told you I liked Burn.
That's fine.
All right, Hayes. Well, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I do need Landon before we upset him and take him out one last time. I need him for a nice little Solomon Skinny here. Let's put him up here. Look at that little banner down there.
Oh, wow.
Landon, yeah. Let me switch back over to we got a new Solomon that came out.
Let's go.
Solomon debuts a new XT Pure Advanced model. You got anything to say about this one, Landon? Let me
These
blow
are
it up
garbage.
for you.
These are garbage. These are so bad.
Wow, he's telling the truth.
You can't
now.
even pretend to like them.
You
Just
can't.
the colorway is so uninspired. Like, what are they doing?
I
So
was
it's the
gonna-
colorway. It's not the model that sucks.
I mean, the silhouette is beautiful. It's a
No, it is
it's a-
not.
It's a work of art. It's more beautiful
Okay,
than the human,
finally,
the human
we
body.
gotta-
But
What?
yeah, these colorways are not about it. Look
to
at that
be honest,
midsole. Look at the architecture of that midsole. Look at the
No.
cage.
Yeah,
That's
it looks like a
beautiful.
Other
Lego.
than the sole of these, which is like a Skechers sole with a little
Yeah.
bit of outdoorsy, the one on the left looks like the shoe that Hayes made. Look at the thing on the side holding the laces.
Minus the Baroque flowers.
Right. Solomon stole this from Printify.
Mm.
They stole the silhouette. And just put a different sole on it. Selling your soul. That's what we call this.
Come
Yeah,
on,
these are
Landon,
terrible.
This sucks. Like, there's nothing about this shoe. It's not
We
even
could have
a
designed a
midsole.
better shoe than this easily.
I have designed a better shoe through our Printify.
That's fair. You're not wrong. I wonder what sites like Printify competitors. I wonder if they have better shoe selections. It's worth a shot, right, Hayes? We sell our
Mhm.
services. All right. Anyways,
I'm on
now
it.
we can piss Landon off. But I do, Landon. You will like this. Golden. If you've heard of Golden, the auction site or Golden Collectors or whatever, Ken Golden has a top 100 something coming out where they're auctioning off different shoes and sports memorabilia. And this is up for auction. Hayes, what would you do if you got your hands on these sneakers right here?
That's Chris Jenkins, right?
Chris Jenkins, game worn 2016 NCAA championship.
I would buy them to burn them.
I
I
figured you were
don't-
going to say that.
Listen, and I don't hate Villanova, but I hate Chris Jenkins and what he did to us and ripped our heart out. That team should have won the championship. That was a great team, great year. It came down to one shot, and we
It
blew
was like
it.
Marcus Page had a miracle
Marcus
shot right
Page
before
had a
that.
miracle shot. The weird part is, if you're a Carolina person, it went very similar to the following year where we won, where we didn't play particularly great against Gonzaga, but we did enough to win the game. And honestly, that's how I felt. That game was a sloppy, ugly game, and it came back to that one shot, and we didn't play great defense, and Chris Johnson hit the shot. But good for him. Hate the shoe. I'd burn it.
Hey, it must have been destiny, right?
It must have been destiny because he was adopted brother's of Nate Britt, who was on our team. So it must have been
Oh
Dustin.
yeah, yeah, I do
Oh.
remember that. Oh,
Landon, was
I
that the
just-
year that we beat Lipscomb in the first round? No, it was the year before. No. It was that it must have been that year because that was Garrison's
2018.
2018. That was senior year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Garrison
We're
Matthews,
jumping
why have you
around.
never come on our podcast?
Hey,
Garrison
apparently Austin
Matthews.
texts him all the time. So next time
Oh.
we have Austin on, we're gonna get him to just call Garrison and just have him on the podcast.
Austin, I will show him all the autographed cards I have of his. Get
So
Garrison
creepy.
Matthews. What?
All right. Next
right.
up,
Woo!
Fear of God
Wow.
Athletics Clay Pack dropping March 3rd.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Landon. Give us your hot take.
Okay. Have you ever tried to, in art class, when you have the clay spinning wheel to make a jar? Have you ever seen clay, like molded clay? This looks like, or like okay, let me rewind that. Remember in middle school when the art assignment was clay and everyone made like basketballs or hats out of clay or shoes? This is what that looks like. This looks like a 5th grader tried to make shoes out of clay and failed miserably.
How much of that, and be honest, is that you just right now hate Adidas versus you genuinely think this is a terrible shoe?
I got no qualms with Adidas. This is just a bad shoe.
I don't think that's true. I think your
Jerry-
Kanye love.
Jerry Lorenzo needs to just pack it up. He had one good
He's
shoe.
always been a Jerry Lorenzo hater for sure. Not
has
as much
one
as he
good
hates
shoe.
Ronnie. I don't
Ronnie's
know if I've ever met anybody who does not like Ronnie like you do, Landon.
He's just a creep. He's a creepy old Uncle Tom. Look at him. Look at him. He dresses like
He's not
we use-
black. He's
We
not
use
black.
a different term besides an Uncle Tom, like an Uncle Frank or something.
Uncle Frank. Yeah,
No,
Frank is
Uncle Pedro. He's not black.
dresses like he's 18 years old.
No, he's
and
a
he's just
Jew.
a creep.
So it'd be like Uncle
Don't
Nose.
haze.
No,
What?
please don't.
He's
No.
Jewish.
Which is great. More power to him.
Uncle Jacobed. It's not.
I'm not laughing at this anymore.
I'm not.
Look,
I don't support
It's.
that.
I'm just picking any Jewish-ish like name. It's not personal.
Let's just go with.
Judah, Uncle Judah.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
Jewish.
We can
It's
move
solid.
on now.
Hayes, what do you think of these Fear of God Athletics?
Yeah,
Clay?
the ones in front of us,
Dropped
the
last week.
basketball sneakers are terrible. The one on the right could be in my closet tomorrow. They are really dope. I really
one-
like
What?
numbers.
The ones on the
What?
right look, dare I say it, quote Hayes Holla, phallic.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they look. I'd like to see the sole and see
Looks like
what
a
the rest
chode.
of. It does not look like a chode. The ones on the front, I do think Landon had a good description. They do look like a pottery class.
Yeah,
The
they-
runners look. I really like them. They look like they're freaking comfortable as crap, and they just look like a classic Adidas silhouette. I'm not hating the ones on the back.
All right. Well, we'll just agree to disagree on those. Let's see what else we got. I just threw this in there. We can skip it, but I should wear these two silhouettes. Original silhouettes are probably the two best signature sneakers that I can remember. Like, it's just an OG shoe. Like, yeah, we took elements of different shoes, but why can't we have somebody who's designing this design new sneakers for Nike? Like, this person needs a raise or a new job.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, in the
That's all
same
I got
way,
on that.
the Cactus Jacks kind of are in this ballpark, right?
Yes, new shoes, new silhouettes that look decent. I'm not a huge fan
they
of.
look.
I mean, this first
um,
one uses the backward swoosh, but
All right, here's how I would
Yeah.
describe it. So, in the same way that Comfort Colors, the t-shirt brand tries to make things look aged and older,
Mhm.
retro, that's this equivalent of a sneaker. It's like the comfort colors of a sneaker. In this case, it's it's not a bad thing. These are good.
Yeah,
like 'em
no,
both.
I'm with you. Landon, any thoughts on these? These have
They're
been
what
out.
I-
It's not really news, but
They look like a dog. That's what they look like.
Landon, how long are you going to be depressed over the end of that?
Probably till the start of next basketball season.
oh
Really?
man,
No, this it hit me hard. It hit me hard. I cried.
we're
You
gonna try
cried? You shed real tears?
I did.
Wow.
We waited till the team came out on the court like an hour later. Owen McCormick, he's a transfer. It was his last game. Ran up and hugged his mom. Everybody's clapping. And he's the one that hit the three to tie the game.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mason, grow up.
We're talking
This
about a basketball game.
Hey, Landon, I'll tell you, this is the first season in maybe 20 years I didn't get to a game. Probably
Dude.
20 years.
The
I'm
atmosphere
sorry.
was
I've cried
electric.
over sports. I have to admit. So
I never have.
I cried tears of joy when Tennessee beat Alabama, but not. I don't think I've ever cried tears of sadness.
Yeah, I've never cried over sports.
So,
All right,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Landon. I really am.
I wouldn't say it was necessarily over sports. It was over that moment
Yeah.
for Owen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that I understand that.
Hey, could you get Garrison Matthews on this podcast?
I'm done.
You're important now. You're really important.
I can get the up and coming next Garrison Matthews, who's a current Lipscomb player, on this podcast.
Which
Who
is
is
who?
that?
We'll prove it.
He's from Mount Juliet, right?
hmm
He's a sneaker kid.
Probably. He's awesome. He's the most humble, genuine, like just down to earth, all-star basketball player you'll
Yeah,
ever
I'm
meet in
not
your
into
life.
that unless he's a sneaker guy.
Well,
But he's from
Here's
Mount
something-
Juliet. Hey,
here's
listen.
something not humble for you. New Balance has apparently been listening to our podcast
Here
because
we
I
go.
believe 3 episodes ago. The one I want a disclaimer that these shoes, I do not think they look good. I think these shoes look pretty crappy. But I told them to start using a different logo besides the N, and they've put that in a minuscule area on this shoe. They used the new logo, but good thought because it came from me and they were listening. Terrible execution. These
This
are
is
terrible
god
shoes.
awful.
This
This
is
looks
bad.
like the shoe that somebody would clean a hospital bathroom would wear. This is
Yeah.
so bad.
This is one of the worst shoes, and they
This
didn't do
is so
much
bad.
to it.
It's clashing like a mug with the black and the brown, and then even a big N wouldn't save this. This is so
Uh-huh.
bad.
That logo, though, they listened. At least they listened. I mean,
No,
they
this
listened,
is
they're
a
trying the
they do
logo.
they do use this logo on occasion. They do that.
Yeah,
This isn't the
But
first time I've
just
seen that.
terrible
This is just
execution.
awful.
This is
What
one
are
of the
they
worst
thinking?
shoes. Landon, give us
Oh,
give us
dude,
something.
listen,
on these
well,
shoes.
no. I saw this interview this week of this girl that like escaped her parents' house and she'd been locked in the cage for like 12 or 13 years
Oh,
and was
what
like
the-
90 and she found the cops and she escaped through a bedroom window and like this is the kind of shoe that I suspect her parents would have worn.
Landon, could you help me start a new game of picking out shoes that so Hayes can describe the person that wears them?
Mm.
Hey, I will say the quality on this leather looks premium.
What a glass half full comment.
Well, I've got another one, Landon, and Hayes. I want you to tell me who would wear this shoe as well. You actually have seen these before because you sent them in, but the quality on this leather.
Okay, listen.
Tell me about it, Landon.
I had to send them in because they were an off-white, but go ahead, Landon. Go ahead.
Landon, tell us about this leather.
Are these really off-whites?
Yeah. This is a legit shoe that's coming out.
No, it's
Made
not.
for Milan
It is.
Fashion Week or something.
This looks like a Stephen Barry special.
100. That's a great description.
Stephen Barry.
This looks like a Marbury, is what it looks
Yeah.
A
like.
Starberry, yeah, baby.
Marbury.
It does.
That's exactly what that is.
Why did they add the extra F to off?
I don't know.
It looks like
So-
a bootleg.
What we're looking at is a shoe that looks like they dissected a basketball and somehow molded it into a shoe. And it
We don't
says-
even know how you get these on your feet.
Yeah, no, I think the other side it's a strap on the top,
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
like the Iversons. Like
This
the
is
Whoa.
Sorry, hold on. This, if you're not watching on YouTube, please go to YouTube, like, subscribe, all of that. But this is called the Off-White The Baller.
Mhm.
And that's
So
just
it's
the name of the
meant
shoe.
it's meant to be a basketball shoe, is what I read. But it does look like they cut up a basketball, a leather
Mhm.
basketball, and sewed it into a shoe. But some observations. Number one, the toe cap up here it looks like a rubber basketball. Number two observation will come up the shoe. They spelled off OFFF. Why'd they add the extra F? Probably because they needed something to fill the space. Not that would make this shoe look any better. The other thing is they put Off-White huge on the strap, and the TM, the trademark, is massive. Why is that freaking trademark so big?
It is huge. And if you didn't know that it was an Off-White shoe, they also had a OFF logo down lower towards
Yeah.
the midsole.
It's just so much going on. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible shoe. And then you get to the model on the right, the color on the right is, I would call it the Joker colorway, where it's all neon green with purple, and this is just, there is nothing I don't have anything positive about this shoe.
Yeah, it's not very good. There is another colorway of this, the brown like basketball. It looks more like a basketball in like
Show it.
orangey. There we go.
Oh,
With the
this was the first one I
stars.
saw.
Virgil,
So-
come back, please.
Please,
Well, no,
Verge.
I thought
Look, it's got a
was gonna
little.
shut down after Virgil. Who's over Off-White now?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know. I don't remember. His wife, isn't she involved somehow?
His wife is involved. Look at this.
She
It
had-
has the little pump hole thing.
Yeah. Autograph here?
What
Oh
is
my-
this shoe? Who did this? Yeah, man.
Y'all, this
might
is
be-
real. This is not a mock-up. This isn't a
No.
I just don't believe it.
Ib Kamara is at the helm now, apparently.
Introduction of the baller. Its first basketball shoe eats a bag of horse poop. This sucks. I'm being very kind when I say, if we need to file this away under worst shoes of all
Oh,
time.
it
and
says
come back to
somewhere
it.
else on the shoe for ankle breakers only.
This is like and one 1996 wants their money back.
Oh wow, that's bad, man. It's terrible.
I forgot
Speaking
I
of,
sent that to
speaking
you.
of and one, Wash Dads, the brand, they have a collab with AO from the and one mixtape tour.
Let's go.
Really?
Like, what a random collab.
Show it. You have it?
They just put a video out on Instagram, and I don't know if they've released the stuff. Let me see.
That's so random.
It is like, what in the world? I don't know. Hold on, here we go. Let me see if I can get some audio here. Present. Sorry, folks. This
Hey,
is
these
not a
dudes are in
professional
Nashville.
podcast. Who?
Wash Dads?
No, I don't think so. I think they're up north. I thought.
Okay. We need to have these guys on the podcast. They should. There's no reason they shouldn't be in our podcast. AO is my favorite street ball player. Tune in tomorrow as we announce our next release.
Here you go, right here. Here's the video.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Heard the voice, never seen the kid. I gotta show these MCs with a feet. Then you gotta respect it. Good time invested. I come from a city that is crime infested. Where your diamond necklace, you sign your death wish. Right here is what I palm the tech with. Pop off, then I find my exit. We don't play around. I think you're talking like CG, then we lay it down. Not see you know one severe drama. Not a near nada. I don't do a product. I don't care. Hooks like Vladimir. Hooks though. When it's time to get out of here. Get a lot of stairs from out of there.
That's just a highlight video.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't see
So-
that coming.
Yeah.
So
what a
basically,
random-
he's one of these dudes' favorite players. I just read, like street ball wise, regardless of era, and somehow he connected with them. And they're wow, how cool is that? That's a cool
Yeah.
story.
Right.
I hope the stuff is cool.
I
But that's
assume
a-
he's
that's a
a
great
good
story.
dad.
Okay, it's got to be
I mean,
right. That's like
hopefully.
their whole point.
That's their brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But so yeah, I just was like, what in the world? Like, what? I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's his favorite basketball player, but it's very random. He could have
It's
won the
very
baller
random.
shoes for sure, though.
He would have won them.
He
Yep.
would have won those.
He was
Yeah.
definitely so. I don't know how much you know about N1 or the history, but if you go back, Professor
Oh, I
is
remember.
probably
Yeah.
Professor is the
Hot
most.
sauce. Hot sauce.
Yeah, but I would dare say because I bet AO is probably 6'2" or 6'3", probably somewhere in there. He definitely had the size to end up. I don't think he quite had the like run a team ability to be a point guard, but he had the skill set. I think
Yeah, he could.
like Professor, he's
Score.
not. Love him. Listen, this isn't a dig, but like Professor just wasn't big or tall or fast enough to be able to, much less like the ability to pass to the level that you have to do to be in the NBA. Like he was never going to make the NBA. AO was more likely to do that.
Yeah.
Relatively. I don't think any of them really could have, but whatever.
Well, skip to my Lou.
Yeah, but he
Ray for Austin.
He just signed with N1.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Yeah. Anyway,
You don't think like Escalade could have made it in the NBA?
no.
A walking cheeseburger.
I mean, I
Or-
love
or 50.
Listen, that was a big part of my teenage
Oh, man,
years.
I
But
just would
nonetheless,
watch those on repeat.
Oh,
on-
dude.
What was it like
I've showed my kids.
before the best damn sports show period?
Yep.
it was all that was on that
Hey,
channel.
listen, I was there. I went to Foot Action and bought an N1 sneaker or pair of pants or shirt in order to get the mixtape. I did it for the first two of probably the first three.
Nice.
I did that. I think I have them in my attic. But I'm that person. Anyway,
Same. Had N1 shoes. They're awesome.
they were terrible. They were heavy.
Uh,
I had the Kevin Garnett's was the only shoes I ever had because I loved KG, one of my favorite players of all time.
All right. Well. Okay. Let's think. I don't really have a top 5, but I do have a question from the internet. Do you guys have like a favorite viral video? Just no parameters. Just one that makes you laugh no matter how many times you watch it. I'll say the first one that came to mind. I've got two. One is I don't think I could share it because it has so many f bombs. But the one where they're in Montgomery, Alabama, and they're talking about the leprechaun in the tree. Have you guys
Could
seen
be a
this?
crackhead.
I don't know
Could be a crackhead. Yeah, well, I'll actually find it and share it. Hopefully, we won't get copyrighted or anything. But St. Patrick's Day is coming up. There might be a leprechaun up in your tree. So here's some possible things that you could do. I guess it's a little long, so maybe I should just post it. But Landon knows what I'm talking about. Could be a crackhead climbed up in that tree. Yeah, Hayes, you gotta watch that one. Just Leprechaun on the news. They've got a
Okay,
little
I'll go watch
sketch
it.
drawing. So that was a good one. And then, yeah, I actually might play this other one, but if you have kids listening, don't let them listen to this. But Landon, do you have one? I feel like you gotta have a good
That's a
favorite.
good one. Y'all remember E-Bombs World?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was a little young for it, but yes, I remember a little
Y'all
bit.
remember the G.I. Joe PSAs?
Mm-mm.
No.
Hey kid, computer, stop all the downloading. Dub over G.I. Joe PSAs about like service announcements.
Let
They're
me
all-
show you. Have you guys seen? Let me pull it up. If you've seen this guy, you know exactly what's about to happen. Have you seen this guy right here?
Yes.
Hayes, have you seen this guy?
You're like,
No.
oh man.
He
Switches out of
snaps.
character
Like
so
I said,
fast.
if you have children, cover their ears. But this is hysterical.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The fuck is that? I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town.
Wow. Oh my
Shit
goodness.
flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out this country, motherfucker. I can't see me.
Wow. I've never
Sorry
seen
for
that.
all the language, but that one makes me crack up every single time.
Okay. So
That's gotta
because
be my favorite viral
so that's
video.
this is in Alabama.
It's like South Carolina, I think. I
Okay.
don't know.
So the one that when you were saying that immediately comes to my mind is the original Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. Because that was Alabama.
Yeah,
that was
that's a
one
good
of
one.
that
Or
was
the
that
one,
came to my mind.
the one where they had the remix, like they put it to music.
The song. Yeah,
The song,
that's what
yeah.
I think that's what most people think about. But hey, I think I'm gonna blow your mind too, because I learned this today. So a guy I work with, this is related. A guy I work with created this GIF, which has been seen and used a trillion times. I want to think it's one of, if not the most used GIFs of all time. Had no idea.
What?
Had no idea. And it's this one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
It's the Robert Redford
Yeah. He created that?
created it.
Does he get like royalties every time?
I
it's
have
used
no
or
idea. I
something?
didn't ask.
Probably
I didn't
not.
ask. A trillion, like a billion something trillion times.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Landon, you got any that I can search to show you?
Dude, search the G.I. Joe PSAs. You gotta watch one of them.
Hey, while you're doing that, I'll tell you another one that always gets me is it's the kid that dances to God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Yo, he's doing it. God is doing a new thing. That's one that gets me every time. There's another one that is worst rap battle ever with a guy who's mentally challenged who raps. It gets me every time. I'm sorry. Keep going, Mason.
No, could you hear that? I did not
Nope.
mean for you to hear that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll pull this up for you. Is this what you're talking about, Lyndon?
This is cool. Hey, I want to check this out. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, can I try that? Hey, hey, hey. You're not my friend.
What are we watching?
I'm just kidding with you.
Hey man, who's that weird dude you're talking to, bro?
My friends are here. Oh, cool. So, see you later.
G.I. Joe.
What on earth?
That was 27 seconds of my life I will never get back. What did I just watch? Was that a trick?
Stick. No, don't give him a stick. Oh, I can't believe y'all. There's so many of them.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel
Watch
like a
one more.
worse
Watch
person.
one more. Watch one more.
No,
That's
I'm
not
not
the
watching.
funniest one. That's
No,
not the
I'm not
funniest
watching
one.
anything
Please, just
else.
one more. One more.
Oh, do we have any more than sneakers moments to end our podcast with?
Listen, okay. This is why I was crying at the end of the basketball game. It's because like
Mm.
dude comes in here, upsets us, used to play for our team, talks crap to our student section, assaults one of our guys after the game. And like we're sitting out there 30 minutes after the game. Their fans are still out on our court, just killing me. Our team finally walks out, starts hugging people, and everybody just stops and starts clapping for them. Then I'll just kind of start looking around and see like it's community. It's bigger than the game. Like all these
Amen.
people have stuck around. My kids are running around making memories. Like the students are still there. Like that's what it's about. It's about the community. That's why I cried.
Hey, man. Well, man, I feel terrible for
Landon.
laughing at you. But no, that's what we do here, right? It's about community. Everything we do is about community. And you sum that up perfectly, Landon. So
Yeah,
thank you.
wow, Landon. That is wow. Thank you.
I don't have.
How do
kinda
you
feel
end it?
bad.
That's how you end it.
That's how we end it. So
The
thank
only
you
thing that would
all.
make it better is if you rapped.
Oh, Landon's definitely rapping on the end of this. Thank you for listening to episode 158 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. We're gonna be hitting some guests up to join in the next few episodes. We're gonna hit our goal, 24 guests in 2024. So if you know somebody that we should have on the podcast, please hit us up. I was talking to Justin from MCV just earlier today, and I think we're going to try to get them to come on. They're trying to host like a panel. I don't know if you guys got their email.
No.
But so I've been talking to him. I told him we use what the StreamYard site that we use, because he was asking, I think one of the questions is, if we host a panel and it's online, should it be on YouTube or Instagram? And I was like, well, you can do both. Here's what we use. So yeah, stay tuned. Go sign up for their email request. This is a free shout out. I think Music City Vintage has earned one of the only truly free shout outs that I will give from now on. There's a lot of people who have ghosted us that we won't give shout outs to, but Red Rose, Music City Vintage,
Rooted
for sure. Yeah, I think they deserve it.
RIP.
Bullets and mullets.
Maybe
Wait.
literally.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, but yeah, go subscribe to their email list. Subscribe to them on YouTube after you subscribe to us on YouTube.
Buy their stuff from their store. Go in there.
Yes, go hang out with them.
Yeah.
And hopefully we reignite some chats to do a live show maybe later at the end of this month, maybe next month. We're going to try to do that at Slim and Huskies. We don't know which location yet, but we will let you know in due time. And aside from that, I think that covers everything. So
Yeah.
thank you all for coming. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And we appreciate that. Reach out to us on Instagram. Trying to trim the fat on who we follow on Instagram because I want people that we actually interact with and stuff. So apologies if I cut you from our follow list, but just reach out and say, hey, follow me. I like what you guys do. And we'll follow you back. So anyways, that's it for episode 158. We love you all, and we'll see you next week.
I fold you like a bed sheet. I'm on the sheet of glass. I'm on the sheet of ice. I'm ice skating, ho. I got the bankroll. I got the hold on. I put it in the microwave. Popping you like popcorn. Except I get all the kernels. There ain't nothing left. Like, it's so frustrating when you pop a bag of popcorn and there's some kernels left in the bottom. Then you got to put it back in. Oh, that's so frustrating. I put butter all over it. I put butter all over the place. I got butter on my face. Mace. I spray you with mace, but it's butter. Then you eat the popcorn. Oh. I wasn't
Landon.
gonna rap. End it.
Popcorn.
I got butter in my pancreas. I'm so cantankerous. I got butter in my cantankerous. I'm cantankerous. I got warts all over me. I need something to get rid of them. I tried carbon dioxide. I tried freezing them off. They won't come off. They're all over my hands. I look like a leper. I got leprosy. I'm Beckersy. I'm a democracy. You're voting for me. It's voting week. You better vote in the primary. I'm primarily killing it. I'm primarily killing your mom. I'm dropping bombs on everybody. I'm killing everybody. Everybody's dead. It's a zombie apocalypse. Apocalyptic mocalypse. I mock like a chocolate. I chocolate chip pancake, and I'm rocking it.
We love you all. We'll see you next week. Peace. Remember, we're on Wednesdays now.